Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
For the innovators, the dreamers, the risk takers, independent workers who keep our neighborhoods thriving, Connector Care from the Massachusetts Health Connector has plans for every lifestyle and budget.
Having access to affordable healthcare is for everyone in our community.
Connector Care plans help more people save on healthcare that covers all their needs. Find out if you qualify for Connector Care. Visit mahealthconnector.org or call 1-877-MA-ENROLL.
Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, January 30th, 2024, and today is a good brother's birthday in the person of Mr. Joseph Bennett. So we want to say happy birthday to you this morning and go into the Java Cafe. You're pretty much with me this week. For the rest of the week, I believe. And so let's go in and say good morning. I am looking forward to spending the week with the Java family, new Java fam, IG Java fam. Good morning, everybody that's over there. Black Dollar USA, Seventh Lash, a couple of other people that are on Instagram. Good morning to you. Heidi, good morning. Good to see you in the room this morning. Michelle, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Opal, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Pastor Marion, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Nicole, good morning to you. You all keep Nicole lifted in your prayers and send positive energy her way. I saw a post yesterday that let me know that we just need to wrap around her. So Nicole, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Mama Java, good morning. Good to see you in the room this morning as well. Sister Debbie, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning. And Auntie Java, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Real Boston Media is in the room. You got issues. Everybody saying happy birthday to Joseph Bennett. And we got somebody in here trying to get some spam, but they just got blocked. So we got rid of them real quick. Okay, there we go. All right. Wow. But yes, happy birthday to Mr. Joseph Bennett. One of the events that I attended this weekend was his birthday get together. And let me tell y'all, this brother turned out the city, the Carver Den, Russell Auditorium was packed. I saw pictures. This brother Toot, as some call him, Brother Joseph, as he was called in the documentary, Joey, which I had never heard him refer to Joey before. I just call him Jay. But speaking of him, he will be our guest this Wednesday. Tomorrow, don't forget, folks, tomorrow we will be here at what time? Put in the comments, what time will we be here tomorrow, folks? He will be our guest tomorrow on WGBH, along with Reverend Jeffrey Brown and Naisha Deed as well. And we're going to talk to Joseph about him and the impact on him and his family in reference to the murder in Boston case and the Carol Demedy Stewart case and Charles Stewart and those folks. So we're definitely going to, y'all are really in the comments. I asked y'all to put the time. Mama Java said 19 a.m. So we'll see y'all tomorrow at 19 a.m. Auntie Java said 12. Nope. Naraki said 12. Nope. Real said what time rides? Or see, that's what you get for trying to be smart. What time does Estella's open? I'm not messing with you. 10 a.m. Mama Java has it right. 10 a.m. tomorrow. Please join us. WGBH with, again, Joseph Bennett, Reverend Jeffrey Brown, and also Naisha Deed of Pure Spark will be with us tomorrow. Real, we see your we see your typo, but I had to fully expose it since you were, trying to at me a little bit this morning. Siri needs her Java. Yep, got it. Pastor Marion, you got it right. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. tomorrow. Watch on WGBH on the YouTube channel. Watch on GBH might get me for this, but I need y'all to watch on the Java with Jimmy channel. Okay. But no, just watch, period. But if you are inclined, go to Java with Jimmy and you can watch there. And that will be our programming for tomorrow. And then on Thursday, you'll be back with me as well. And so we definitely got some things planned for you for the month of February during Black History Month. We're going to kick that off on Monday. We're looking to invite Dr. Brandy come back and check with us and just talk about knowing our history, the mental health impact of that, and things of that sort. And then also we have Black Media Week coming up in February. We have an author that's coming in on February 13th. And we're doing Love Week, the second full week in February for Valentine's Day. We're going to talk to a couple of couples and try to get them in the room to talk with us about love. Those may be pre-records just because of schedules and things like that. And trying to get couples in at 9 o'clock in the morning can be interesting, especially on Valentine's Day. They might be sleeping in late. So we'll figure that out. What else do we have in February? February 28th, we're looking at right now, going live from Boston Public Market. We will, in a couple of days, let you all know that very, very soon, we're going to have Scientific Java or Science Java. I don't know, one of those. But we're currently finalizing a partnership with the Museum of Science. And it's funny because I'd be very open to doing Java with Jimmy on a Sunday, since our mayor opened up the museums and cultural spaces to young people. Make a note, make sure we talk about that tomorrow. But that's coming up. I don't know if we'll get a February date, but definitely by March, look out for Java with Jimmy from the Museum of Science. Auntie Java, there are a lot of moving parts that are happening all at the Science with Jimmy. Okay, I like that. Auntie Java, there are a lot of moving parts happening all at the same time. And I told Anissa yesterday, I said, I know I'm a lot. And there's not a lull, but around the middle, we got podcasts we're working on, not necessarily Java with Jimmy, but involved with a podcast. I'm supposed to be taking over another podcast this year, a health equity podcast. We have the Black Men's Wellness Project that's coming out. I just talked to the Public Health Commission yesterday. We have a project that's dropping in April with them over April vacation with the young people. So there's a lot going on. So Sunday morning Java. Naraki, Sunday morning Java. Sunday is supposed to be the day of rest. And I don't know. We'll see. I've been wanting to do a gospel brunch, to be very honest with you. And that is going to happen. That is more than likely going to happen very much sooner than later than what I thought, let's say, a week ago. There's some stuff in the works, y'all. So, Auntie, we will do better. Java Scientific. I like that one. We got the aquarium coming. There's just a lot. Somebody may get me for putting stuff out there a little bit too early, but the aquarium's coming. We got a few things in the works. Real said, Sunday Java needs to be Real. They're not talking about that. No, we can. That would be so interesting because the Sunday Java they're talking about is I used to go steal videos and whatnot, share a little encouraging word. And that's what Sunday Java used to be. And Naraki is really getting me. Lasagna, good morning, sister. Before the end of this week, we will get that straight. Naraki said, what about once a month? Maybe in person. Heidi, I'm gonna talk about this in a second. So aquatic Java. Aqua Java. Let's talk about Aqua Java. Auntie said, because you have a very full plate, you need the itinerary in front of you. All great news happening. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Auntie Kisa. Look who's in Tiffany. Oh, look who's in the room this morning. All right, we got family in the room. Nicole is letting us know Stasia's Cultural Arts Center is going to have a Black History celebration on February 18th at Quincy High School. So please get us information about that. And as Auntie Kisa does every morning, as she says on her page, good morning. Good to see you in the room this morning. So Heidi put up a point here that I'm very much aware of. I'm aware of a couple of Zoom meetings. I'm aware of a couple of state representatives challenging the governor. I'm aware of the need of proper infrastructure for the migrants that will be migrating yet again to another place. So for those of you that don't know what Heidi's comment is referring to, about a week ago, I saw an article that talked about there were, and I think the article stated 638 at count, migrants in Logan Airport. We know that there's a lot going on in Haiti. We know that we're a sanctuary city. We know that the right-wing Republican governors and mayors have just been shipping human beings all over the country. And so my presumption, not sure, is that's probably a combination of those things. And so my understanding is that headed to the Melina Cass Center, right around the corner from me, is those migrants being placed there. Now, these people need a place to stay. They need a plan. They need health screenings. They need to ensure that if they have meds that they're supposed to take, that they have those. They need to ensure that there is some level of education and childcare and some after school extracurricular activities. There needs to be some ability to have therapy. These people have been traumatized since being needing to leave from where they came, to thinking that they're coming somewhere where they would be safer and be a little bit easier for them. However, they're stuck. And so there are all the things that come with the infrastructure. There are all the things that think about a circle. There are them, if you will, those that need these immediate services and the immigrant community that is going to be placed at the Melina Cass. Then there's the second tier of the circle of those that are within, I don't know, a half a mile of the Melina Cass. At what level or at what impact and at what level will the everyday lives of the residents be changed in that vicinity? Now, that is a valid question. That is not a question that diminishes the importance of assisting, of serving people that need some place to live. But you have to think about the impact. 600 people there. How are they being fed? What is the sanitation? Do the facilities have the proper facilities, or does the building have the proper facilities for those to go to the bathroom, for those to shower? So all of these things, I would hope, are being taken into full consideration. Now, Senator Liz Miranda put up a post the other day that provided good balance. We need to serve our brothers and sisters. However, at the CAS, there is programming that's in place for young people and families and different things that goes on. So where is that going to happen? Presumably, maybe that's going to be moved to the Shelburne. But you got a whole dynamic going on there because CAS is the state, Shelburne is the city. Now, will the governor and the mayor work together? Of course. And also basic city services in that area. And out of 638 people, everybody ain't an angel. And so what systems are in place around? Even if everybody was an angel, 638 people, presumably, last I heard, are going to be in this place. So, Heidi, thank you so much for your comment. And then took me all the way over there. Oh, God, and I haven't scrolled down to the latest comment. So let's go see. All right, I think I'm good. Nicole, keeping the migrants lifted in prayer. Real said, we're going to get a mood board with all the Javas for a mood board with all the Javas for the new space. Oh, Lord. Heidi also comes in. I understand people need a place to stay, but we already have the opioid crisis in our backyard. That too. Now, I got to say something. I rode past Atkinson the other night, twice, I think, in one night or 2 nights in a row. Because I remember the second time, I'm like, okay, let me look again and slow down a little bit longer. Atkinson was, in comparison to what it was, is empty. So that leaves us to ask, where did they go? Hopefully, most went back to the communities. They went into treatment and they're getting housing. But I have noticed, just riding around, the impact of the opioid crisis is spreading out. Decentralizing it is a good thing. But when you decentralize, then what was centralized got to go somewhere. And so that's always been the issue in Black and brown communities. And we talk about Mass and Cass, but let's talk about Harrison and Ziegler. That's the Black Mass and Cass, Nubian, right all up over there. So, oh God, y'all taking me back to, Jimmy. Real. I've been very quiet about this topic because I have so many mixed emotions about this. A lot of people do have mixed emotions about it. And it is emotional. Let's name that. But we also want to be sure that there is logic going behind any decision that is being made around an impact the quality of life. We have a housing crisis. There are budget cuts. So yeah. Newt, is there even a plan? Read there until May. And then what happens after May? And then and then there's the summer, coming up. Michelle, as said for 8 years, when President Obama was in office, we needed to provide legal pathway to citizenship. And even then, we can't receive every migrant who is seeking an improved quality of life. We need to collaborate with other sanctuary cities to address this problem. Huge. However, it's hard to collaborate when non-sanctuary cities are just busing people across the country, which is terrible. But Michelle makes a good point. This is one of those hot topic issues around immigration. Are we an open country? Do we want people to come and everything that the Statue of Liberty stands for? And most of us, if we look at our heritage, well, if you were of the original possessors of this land, then we all done migrated. Some by force. Oh, let me go there. Y'all get me off this morning. Domingos, what's up, brother? Good morning. Sad how the state just rammed the shelter into Roxbury, regardless of what we wanted as a community. And that is a large opinion of a lot. I've seen that on social media a lot. Auntie Java says they have migrated to other spaces. Domingo, South End Roxbury Community Partnership stated this years ago. Donna Williams Bowen. Good morning, sis. The housing part that gets me is the families here that can't get into shelter and no place to go. That was what you call it. Heidi said, say that too. Leslie, there are people hanging out in train stations, Green Line and Blue Line. And we can't presume that all of them are migrants. There's the opioid crisis. There's just pure regular, quote unquote, well, it shouldn't be regular. There are those that are dealing with the impact of homelessness that are hanging out there as well. Donna, they have no place for the children utilizing the space. Where do those children go? Presumably, Donna, they're probably going to, I would think that they'd be split. Programming would be split somewhere between the Roxbury Y and the Shelburne. Presumably, I don't know. There was Tanya Anderson and Liz Miranda had a Zoom meeting last night. I've said to a couple of folks, hey, I get the Zoom thing, but let's maybe do a public, offer the platform for a public conversation with a couple of local and state officials. Tanya Anderson did respond, and so I'll be reaching out to her to have her maybe come and give us an update. That may be a pre-record just to get the information, but we'll Anissa, if we can check into that. Mama Java, why can't they build a shelter just for this type of situation? We don't really need to, Ma. There are, someone put on Twitter the other day, there are empty buildings. There are schools that have been closed. And the state has a larger reach. Not just Boston. This is a state issue. And so the state actually has a larger, they got more land, they got more buildings, they got more access, more resources. And so, not sure, but I wouldn't even say, Ma, that they need another building. And you got to give, I'm not capping, you got to give some balance to what more Governor Healy is dealing with in trying to get all this infrastructure in place. Some years ago, I don't remember where from, Hurricane Katrina. Mayor Menino worked with, Governor Charlie Baker. No, was it Charlie Baker? Who was the governor back then? Mitt Romney? I think it was Mitt Romney. Whoever the governor was, worked and appointed Reverend Jeffrey Brown as the mayor. I think it was out at Hanscom. And a lot of people that had to migrate to Massachusetts from New Orleans, there was one person in charge that was basically, because it is almost functional, you got to have everything that the city of Boston has or a municipality has: human services, behavioral health, public safety, sanitation. You got to have all of those logistics in place to ensure that everything is smooth for them. And then again, that second tier of the circle of the community. Real says, yeah, it's just more about we need to fix homes before extending our hands to our neighbors. Can't put out a fire at the house next. He trying to sneak a preach. Excuse me. Can't put out a fire at the house next door without putting out the fire at your own first. But as you said, human life is at hand. Very touchy subject, and it is a very touchy subject. Very touchy because we are an open city, we are open state, we are open country to those that need help. I'm going to go back to an old school saying. It's not the Bible. The Bible says the greatest of these is charity. We've imposed that charity starts at home. Sharon Cornelius. Good morning. Good to see you in the room. Domingo said the state funded $350 million for housing to deal with this matter. Ooh. Donna, it's not concrete as of last night. I was on both Zooms. Programming is over. So programming officially ended at the CAS. Was there any update, Donna, of to where programming is going? That's interesting. Pastor Marion, has the Haitian community been involved with handling overflow? I don't know, Pastor Marion, if the migrants in Logan are all from Haiti. I don't know if it's a combo. As I said in the beginning, it could be those from Haiti. It could be those from that have been put here, shipped, bused here from other cities. and people maybe just dealing with homelessness in general. I would probably say it's a combination of the first two. I am not sure. Ma, how did you wind up on YouTube? Get back over here on Facebook, please. Cliff, what's up, brother? Without real input, we have closed military bases. Domingo said, don't sleep. The city and the state are in bed on this matter. They have to be, because they're in the city. And then they have to be wherever these families, human beings that deserve to have a happy life, that deserve to have the basic essentials of housing and food and healthy relationships, wherever they are going to be placed, there has to be a relationship with that local municipality. There are plenty of unused buildings in the city. St. Matthew's Church is just sitting there while people who purchased the property are still waiting for plans to be approved. A lot of those open to everyone but the ones who live here. Domingos, what's up, man? I see you ain't changed a bit, brother. Truth, charity starts at home. Domingos also said the state has no plan for the programs. I was also on both meetings. Okay. No, a parent was told Monday was the last day of programming. No explanation as to where the children are going last night. They will get back to community with answers. Okay. Cliff, they have no clue at the moment where our kids' programming will go. We take care of home first. Sharon says, I think the program will begin again in May. Steven, what's up, brother? Good to see you in the room. All right, for the folks over on YouTube and Instagram. What's up, D? Good to see you over on Instagram, brother. Brandon, good to see you over there too, man. I'm trying to balance Instagram and the screen here. Good to see y'all over on there. Cora Bennett, can you drop some information about February 18th? I can't find the comment no more. February 18th. What is February 18th? I did see something. Oh, February 18th. I believe that Nicole said is the there it is. Stasia's Cultural Arts Center is going to be having a Black History celebration on February, and I think that's hyperlinked. Who asked that? Unfortunately, who asked that? Cora. With the live, you can't scroll up to the old comments. So Nicole, can you put that link back in the comments so it's fresh there so Cora can see it? Cliff said we have closed hospital on Townsend Street. Sharon said I used to work there. Dr. Drumright, what's up, brother? Bishop, good to see you in the room, man. Real said the subject has a lot in common with the money being given to the Gaza Strip in Ukraine and seeing a lot of the same sentiment. And, you know, it's interesting that you say that, Real, because it a lot of things, politics, Gaza, Israel, Palestine, very thin lines of where people are around the issues. And so y'all going to get me started on a whole nother subject. Nicole, there you go. Nicole, thank you. And Cora, of course. We have a community meeting at 1102 Blue Hill on, I don't know what the date is, Cliff, but Cliff will get that information back out. Domingos, the city and the state couldn't find housing for folks on Mass Ave, but found a way. Now, Domingos, they what you call it? I just got a spam text talking about the UPS package arrived at the warehouse but could not be delivered due to incomplete address information. Please confirm your address. Anyway, let me stay focused. I just thought I should point that out. Nah, I thought about it when I was talking a few minutes ago when you said it's a sensitive subject, you know, so it's all human life needs to be regarded in Gaza, in Israel, in Palestine, in Logan Airport, in the Cass Center, in Roxbury. Oh, Pastor Marion, I ain't confirming. I ain't messing with them. And I'll be honest, the Mother's Board is I don't like them myself, and I don't need them on my account. But I troll every time especially on Twitter. Instagram isn't as bad, but I'll get a follow on Twitter. Dave Joyen, 2 months ago, they follow 8,363 people. 4 people follow them, and it's a picture of a woman in a bathing suit. That's nothing but spam. So y'all be careful. Heidi says to Real, now the Republicans at the behest of 45 have decided they don't want to sign the bipartisan border bill. He's trying to take credit. Listen, let me just say this about national politics. And for most of us here, we're pretty good in Massachusetts. I said we're pretty good. We cannot take for granted. There's some Trump supporters a few years ago that was right there in Upham's Corner in Dorchester. Blew my mind. I was texting people and calling people, yo, there's a Trump standout in Dorchester. I was just baffled. And I'm going to try to figure out a way how to do a reel and point this out. We must understand that this is not about Biden. This is not about the Democratic Party. This is about someone who wants to be a dictator. If that man gets back in to the White House, I would venture to say it's probably the last president we will see in a while. I get that Uncle Joe is older, so is he who used to occupy the White House. I get that the Democratic Party, even if it was pandering and we got results, needs to do a whole lot better. Cancel student debt. People are calling for ceasefire, for him to demand for ceasefire. Our young people were the ones that ensured that Uncle Joe, our young people, Black women, were a large population that ensured that we didn't have another 45 administration. We got to get the message out. Call people in other parts of the country, send them texts, whatever, to get our people out to vote for democracy. Basically, it was a buzzword in the last election. Oh no, it's real. It's real. So that's my point. Cliff said, let me be clear. I would like for us to set up a community meeting as soon as possible at 1102 Blue Hill Ave. If we don't stand together as a community, they will constantly push us around. Anyone who wants to support, y'all give Brother Cliff a call if you want to support the community meeting, 617-637-2468. Real says he who used to occupy the White House. That ain't me, Real. That came from Ayanna Pressley. She wouldn't say his name. She would say he who occupies the White House. Michelle said, truth, priority number 1, take care of people in your home, state, and neighborhood. Domingos, 168 billion sent overseas. Meanwhile, our families can't afford food or housing. Auntie Java, Pumpkinhead. Auntie, Pumpkinhead has watched too many dictator movies. I have seen his character on too many old movies. Absolutely. Michelle said, yes, democracy is on the line for real. Tuesday, November 5th. Cast your vote with a clear conscience. Belinda, good morning. Any other folks getting internet ads for generators and walkie-talkie? I'm only laughing because we're talking about he who used to occupy the White House. If he gets reelected, Armageddon, blah, 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 blah. Belinda, that's just where my mind went. Any other folks getting internet ads for generators and walkie-talkies? Our new mode of communication and power? Y'all listen. 45 may close down all the free housing for the border people. Auntie Java, should he get elected again? Jesus is really coming soon. Listen, let me tell y'all, the other night at the Museum of Science, I got to meet the Canadian consulate. I don't even think I said hi to her. Her staff introduced her. I was putting my hand out to shake her hand. He finishes the introduction. And when we met hands, I said, listen, if things don't go right in November, you and I need to stay in contact. Stop playing. Auntie, that thing is real. Real said AP being petty. Oh, God. She is when it comes to that. Anissa, yes, Auntie said Pumpkinhead. Auntie Java said you needed a little distraction. Newt, the migrants are coming tomorrow. So, and y'all know Newt and know his heart and whatnot. So how do we figure out how to be intentional? I'm glad they're not using the R word about them. Do we say our international brothers and sisters? Do we say our brothers and sisters in need, our kinfolks in need? And we get it. It's a word, but we also, as I mentioned before, the mental health impact, like of needing to leaving family members there, all that you're dealing with in the transition. It's a lot, so any way that we can figure out how to bring some level of humanity, back to them. And again, that's my brother. I know I just seen the word and I'm like, it was just a thought. And so I don't know. That's just a thought I had. But Newt, thank you for the update. Domingo, call Cliff. Heidi, listen, if things don't go right, I'm headed to Costa Rica. Our brothers, Anissa is saying, yes, our brothers and sisters. Domingo said, overnight, the state made it happen. Meanwhile, over 10 years, Mass Ave still isn't dealt with, beside fanning out matter into other areas of Boston. Michelle, don't think the majority of Americans are so corrupt-minded that they would re-elect a 4-time federally indicted criminal with 917 counting felonies. We just need to get out the vote on November 5th. I believe millennials and women are going to determine who is the next president of the United States. No time for apathy. Absolutely. Belinda, with you, already got people there. Where, Belinda? Oh, in Canada or Costa Rica? I know what you're talking about. Michelle said 91 and counting. I was going to say 900. I did look at that number. I was like, that's a lot. Sharon says, it takes a lot of faith just to leave your house, then assume someone to take care of you, someone else. Wow. That's real, Sharon. It takes a lot of faith, I believe, just to leave your house, then assume that someone else. Oh, I see what she's saying in reference to our brothers and sisters. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Sharon. That's real. When issues like this come up, I often think about how the old South Boston whites would have a heart attack if that was happening during their time. Here's the thing that, Will, back to your point about balance. Domingo's point of why here in Roxbury, this sentiment of dump and I get that from those of us that are here. And we got to balance that with welcoming our brothers and sisters. Most of them are of color. So to some extent, familiarity, more than likely, if they had a decision, would they move into a black and brown community? Yes, I get that. But at the same time, some of us, I'm talking about us as a community, not necessarily my sentiment, but I've seen it. Why can't they go to Southie? Why can't they go to Watertown? Why can't they go to Rentham? Why can't they go? You know why? To some extent, the people in those communities that aren't having it, they make it known and they put action behind their words. Now, separate the issue from what I'm about to say. They're active. They vote. They call their congresswoman, their state rep, the governor, the mayor. I can guarantee you, if Maura Healey said that they were going to put 638 people in Seaport at the convention center, well, maybe not the best example, because that big space, central services there, work out different rooms, all of that. That might not be a bad idea. Let's say they were being put, I don't know, right smack dab in the middle is Real's example. Newton. Sharon just put Newton in there. Let me tell you something. Probably would not happen. Now, again, No cap, but because I used to work in government, because I want to believe that people making these decisions are making them based on, first of all, humanity. Then as a CEO of a state, you got to factor in cost. You got humanity first, cost, logistics. That's real, because if anything happens wrong, we're going to be like, well, they didn't plan right. So that is very real. We don't have all of the information. We don't know what infrastructures need to be in place. We don't know what buildings where the plumbing was cut off, the old buildings that we referred where the people could have went. We just don't know. However, since this is happening, it's valid to ask what infrastructures are in place for those brothers and sisters coming to the cast, and then what is in place as a safety net for the displacement of programming and things that our brothers and sisters need to occupy that space until May. So, Heidi, classic example of reactionary behavior, the closing of pharmacies in our neighborhoods. Domingos, Concord, Mass has 20 families placed by the state. Auntie Java, ask anyone from Nicaragua what it's like to have crazies run your country, never mind Cuba and China. Back to he who used to occupy the White House point. We asked all this on the Zoom last night, I presume, Domingos. No convention center, my job, conferences, I need to. Newt, the latest news around this. Thank you for that, brother. Heidi, Conchetta Johnson will find out if 45 is reelected. Belinda, the white people will riot if they drop another migrant load on them. They figure historically we welcome people and take care of them. It's our nature and will. Leslie, Walgreen and Nubian is now Foot Locker. It is? They're going to put Foot Locker right next to Snipes? I get it. CVS doesn't carry my medication. That's a whole nother piece. Ed Markey and them did a press conference last Friday. What's today? Tuesday? Last Friday. Wasn't able to make it. Got a heads up about it. Pharmacies closing. They want people to depend on, getting their meds in the mail. And then just being able to go and get alcohol, Band-Aids, Vaseline. Black Wall Street is more than just the economic impact on Black people. Black Wall Street in Tulsa and whatnot it was also about convenience. You had your cleaners, your pharmacy, your doctor, the music, the violin fixing store, the seamstress, the tailor, the butcher, within walking distance. So, all right, it's 9:40. It's 9:47. We really been in here today. All right, excuse me for 1 second. It's lukewarm now. Spit it out. No, sir. The mothers know what I meant by that. My mother waited for 2 weeks on her medication coming from BMC. See, and this is the point. And I, as someone who used to get sent to pick up grandma's medicine, that's a lot. You got to go, you got to park, you got to wait. Like, rather than Walgreens on Warren has a parking lot. Walgreens in Dudley had a parking lot. Walgreens in Mattapan, they all got parking lots. So people can drive up and get their medication, get stuff they need for the house, and y'all eyeliner and shampoo and all that other stuff. We got that. Domingo, my health insurance doesn't cover my meds. That's crazy. Because all we do is buy. Nope, you about to get in trouble. Heidi said, Sister Irvin is in the room. Hey, Sister Irvin, you can't even get a live person on the phone at the CVS that are open anymore. So this is what's going on. I presume some of this would be a fallout or impact, but this is actively going on like now. I think the Walgreens on Quincy and Warren is still open. I don't know the date when they're closing. This is crazy. Ma. Ma, tell me how you really feel. Nisi, 3 black soldiers from Georgia died. So Nisi, if you're from Georgia, even if you're not, just naming that, Nisi's letting us know on Instagram that 3 black soldiers from Georgia died. So we definitely want to lift them and their families in prayer as well. I got in trouble the other day. Someone said, "Hey, I was saying hi to you on Instagram." So let me just go make sure I didn't miss anybody. But Ma, tell us how you really feel about Morton Street. Domingos, over 100 million in loss at the pharmacies. Real. Jimmy, this is a whole podcast episode that could be JP. Yes, sir. What's Morton Street without its Walgreens? Right. Auntie, Warren Street got 30 more days. Wow. Just Morton Street is the only one that covers. Leslie, I'm presuming that has your meds. Mama Java says BMC and I have a person that stays on top of my. Ma says she got to connect. Yeah, you have to. You have to. It's a shame, but you got to develop workarounds when you need to get things done. Michelle, Sister Heidi, there are a few BIPOC-owned businesses in Boston, Central, Roxbury, Dorchester. However, I agree 100% that we need more ownership. And I agree with Heidi on the ownership piece, but the point I was trying to make was that thing about Black Wall Street is more than that. The benefit of that Black-owned is more than likely people that own those businesses presumably would live in the vicinity of that area, a Black-owned pharmacy, a Black-owned, cleaners that Willie Broderick set the stage for me and said what he saw in Nubian Square was he lives right on the outskirts, that he would be able to walk to Nubian Square, see a play, go have a high-end dinner, maybe a nightcap after, and walk home. When I lived in Brooklyn, outside of the A train going to Manhattan, I literally lived over a jazz club. And in December, silk shirt, slacks, ran down the stairs to the jazz club. Nice wings, nice drinks. They had after hour. And that wasn't there were little restaurants and all throughout. Now, I don't know right now if Brooklyn is the best example because they're getting gentrified but Nubian is supposed to be focused on, a lot of people are saying that, and Eric Estevez said the other day when he was on that it doesn't just need to be Nubian Square, but this Black Wall Street approach needs to be throughout the whole city. We need pockets of Black Wall Street in every neighborhood and not just Black neighborhoods. Y'all done really got me going in this morning. We're going to do a once a month Boston wrap it up in community news. This conversation showing me so much. I was a little, I'm a little more shy now, y'all, about the one-on-ones because I think you all have gotten so used to guests. And it's still often. I was telling my godmother yesterday, Mother Mathis, that some of this stuff still amazes me that y'all listen in with me running my mouth over coffee. But we need to have these conversations. And right now, this is a place where 27, 29 with the tutors on Instagram, that are engaging in this. And so, again, going back to the concept of social construction, when you all leave Java with Jimmy today, when you walk out the Java Cafe, everything that we talked about, if this comes up in another conversation, guess what? You've now influenced that conversation and you're reconstructing society based on what you extract from here. So these are needed. And I don't know how I got there. Don't mess with me, Lasagna. You were the founder. Ooh. Y'all know anniversary is coming. And just like old Bishop, I get sensitive around this time of year. Yeah, it's very interesting. Leslie, I ain't messing with you. Belinda, it's really everywhere. Chestnut Hill CVS runs out frequently, hard to get on the phone, and time frames are not met. So, Belinda, thank you for that balance. Auntie said yes, Merch was walking out the door because lack of security. Yeah. Domingo, clarify for me, brother, what they won't allow, because I want to be sure I got that. Heidi says to Michelle, we don't own we don't own the pharmacies and the businesses that impact our people. And there's the answer right there. What about a black apothecary? Was the reason behind the closings because of the loss and theft? So I'm going a little bit backwards. Hey, Misha. Good morning, sister. Good to see you in the room. All right. So I see Domingos comment first that says Black Joy across the city. And Thaddeus, here's Thaddeus coming in. Today is a good day. Absolutely. Black Joy across the city. Absolutely. And thank you for that balance, Uncle Thaddeus. Thank you. You know he's always going to pull us back and keep us focused. Real about the issues, but we got to focus on our Black Joy. Uncle Thaddeus, you were getting an invitation for Black History Month. We want to, we want you to come on and talk about the importance of Black Joy in our Black history. So thank you, Uncle. Love you. Appreciate you. And I'll take care of that as soon as I get done here, what we talked about yesterday. All right, folks, it's 9:54. I know UCB members are going to try to keep me on until 10:03 so they can get 90 minutes. Not happening. Tomorrow, don't forget 10 a.m. WGBH with Joseph Bennett, Reverend Jeffrey Brown, and also Naisha Deed. We're going to talk a little deeper about his experience. There's some stuff that Brother Bennett is going to share with you that is just, I have sat sometimes on the phone and just been like, it is just hard to register what they've been through just because of that incident. And then we're going to talk with Reverend Jeffrey Brown about what the time was then, where we are now, where he sees us going, the impact on the community at large. And then Naisha is going to come and talk about the importance she supported in our time. This brother has a whole, well, y'all got to listen in tomorrow to find out what he's doing. But Naisha has supported it, and she's also going to talk about the importance of making it easier when people in general want to get into therapy, but especially men and especially Black men. So that's our programming for tomorrow. Leslie said, I tagged you in a video, James. Check it out. I definitely will. Pastor Marion, thank you so much. Mama Java is saying good morning to Rob. Rob, what's up, brother? Good to see you in the room. We don't own any of it because we are too busy fighting each other, but we got to throw back Jordans. Newt said something about that a few minutes ago, Rob. So, all right, folks. Thanks, mother. I'm tired. So today was definitely, I ain't had no guest. So I'm tired myself. I enjoy my own self. Shoot. All right, I'm getting off of here. Lasagna, having an amazing day. Have an amazing day on purpose. Blessings and love to everyone. Michelle, Java with Jimmy fam, shalom and blessings. Nicole, my daughter is going through it. I'm trying to find her a therapist. Naisha will be on tomorrow, Nicole, so check her out. Or Google Pure Spark. It's purple. And hold on. Let me just put it in the thing right now. Let me just make sure I got the right link. Oh, nope, that wasn't it. The devil. Who is he? See yourself differently coaching. Nope. I think it's your Pure Spark. Hold on. All right, Nicole, I'm going to put this link. There's a whole provider directory. For some reason. Oh, there it goes. All right. In this database, Nicole, I'm going to send the direct link, not to the website, but this link right here should take you to a provider directory. I believe Naisha keeps them up as they have availability to take on clients. So check out this link right here, Nicole. It's hyperlinked, and that's the database over from Pure Spark. Love you too, mother. Belinda says something about still a part of Boston, so we definitely have a stake in further when it's no CVS available to go to. Other people go. Talking about the pharmacy piece. Mama Java sending prayers to Nicole Hart. Oh no, Jesus. You know, I'm old school. I'd reframe that and say your mother almost whooped her tail last night. No, I'm messing. But Nicole, definitely check out that link and look for a provider there, and then you can navigate to the main website and reach out to Pure Spark. They have folks that may call and just you can talk with them, and then they may be able to direct you and kind of they know who's in their directory, and so they might have some suggestions about who you should reach out to. But she'll be on tomorrow at WGBH, so checking with us there tomorrow. All right, it is 9:59. Sorry, UCB. We'll see y'all on WGBH tomorrow at 10 a.m. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.